There we go, baby. That's a sweet thing. Boiling some water early in the morning. Get me something nice and hot to drink. And I'll get a little zoom up on that for you. There we go. Zoom it up. There we go. That's it. There we go. We got some water boiling there. A pit fire. I made a pit fire. I had a nice piece of birch bark that helped so much in the bark, and the wood was so dried out. I have plenty of fuel there to get some water heated up for some tea and some breakfast. Okay. Here's another little can I have. I mean, a tin cup. Not a tin cup. It's a titanium cup. This is you can't put this over fire, but you can put hot beverages in here. And I have a spork, which comes apart. This is like a spoon and fork. They call it a spork, and that's what I'm going to be eating my meal this morning with. Well, there we are. That's my little campsite. This is my little home for a few hours before I continue on my journeys. That's what you'll be faced with. Yes, sir. Just to show you what happened. Things happen. You know, this can happen anytime. I wasn't paying attention to my fire, and I had put some sticks across to use as a grill, and I put my cup on top, turned my back, you know, a little too long, and it collapsed, and the whole cup of hot water spilled over. So I got to start from scratch, and I just got some more thicker, bigger pieces of wood to come across as using as a grill. Now, I believe by the time this water gets heated up, I still have time with that wood before it collapses into that pit. Check it out. There it is. Give it a close up real quick. I have to go get some water now. There it is. That's what it looks like. That's it right there. I gotta move. That fire's burning. I gotta move. Yeah, I'm sure you can see it now. There we go. That's better. That's what I wanted. And that's better. When you come out hiking and camping, and you ask yourself, what do you want to do with your time while you're out there? Some people like to sightsee, take pictures of nice landscapes. They like to go on nature hikes, nature walks, to take pictures of the diversity of birds and all kind of life, you know, and that's a beautiful feeling when you get yourself out there and do these things. Also, when you come out, it's also important to practice, brush up on some of your skills, things that you have not tried, only that you know in theory that it should work, and you know, and the equipment you have should give you no excuse for not being able to survive. That's why it's important to practice in your backyard, practice anywhere, whenever you have time, even in your house, doing things that, well, not starting fires or anything, but little things that requires, you know, to have a skill. It'll give you better, you get better at your skill. Tying knots, you can sit in your house and, you know, start learning all about knots. Get out here, apply what you learn in the house, and you start applying those knots into how you get your tent up, and all different ways of using a top, and all kind of tying systems. But basically, you know, it's not a whole bunch of knots you really got to know. Just got to know how to tie something down and make sure it's going to hold. If it works for you, God bless you, until you can have other ways of learning, you know, and mastering, you know, knot tying. You know, but whatever you know, don't let that discourage you from keep trying. You know, just keep moving and kind of learn, you know, as you go along. But that's what I said, when you come out, like when I come out to camp, you know, and hike, I like to always practice different techniques on survival and putting up, like I can have a tent, but I'll go in another area and take a top and try to use the top in so many different ways, different scenarios, you know, to see how the ones that are more effective, or what I like more, or, you know, what I would use more than the other. So, you know, it's always good to brush up on skills, practice, do your arts and crafts, a lot of things, you know. You can learn to, you know, cut and shape wood, gather wood, you know what kind of wood you know, you're going to use. Especially try to learn to master fire techniques and different ways of making fires. So that could definitely save a life, you know. Fires are very important. Building shelters is also important. You know, it's a thing they call stop. You know, stop, think, observe, and start making your plans. And the best to kind of, you know, relax yourself and don't, you know, let your mind start going too fast, you know, because, you know, if you're going to die, you're going to die. So, you know, don't have a fit about it. Just try to relax. It's hard to say, but when you get lost, you know, you do get scared. You know, and I got lost once, and I have to admit, I was a little nervous. So, you know, it's very important. I got to keep my eye on this. I'll be right back.